Hi, Friday, the 1st of April. I hope you're all having a good day. Unlike me, because I've had a rather traumatic day. The background, the context to the trauma that I've suffered today. Last night, Yaf, my wife, and I were out at a wedding, a terrific wedding, at a great party that followed, and I wanted to draw Yaf's attention to something that was off in the distance. So unsurprisingly pointed over at said thing that was over in the distance, and I accompanied the pointing with words something along the lines of over there near that Tippy Hedron scene. There was a picture of some rather ominous looking birds all sitting in a line. For those of you who do not know, Tippy Hedren, that is, not Yaf, not my wife, starred in Hitchcock's famous suspense movie, The Bird. So that was the reference last night to Tippy Hedren. Another reference I made to Tippy Hedren was a couple of months ago when my parents were over here on holiday from England, and on their hotel bedroom wall there was a picture of again, small, rather ominous-looking birds, all sitting on a sort of clothing line, sort of thing. And for obvious reasons, the Tippy Hedren and the movie The Birds came to mind. So that is the context of the trauma of today. Now, this morning I was out running, as is my wont. About 3/4 of the way through the run, I felt something scratching very firmly on my head. I assumed that it was someone I know, assumed it was a friend who was creeping up on me. And I looked to my side and I saw, thinking about it now, and I suppose in the context that I've just given you, it's not surprising, I saw a very large bird, I hasten to say, of the feather variety, the size of a pony, the size of a small horse with a wingspan, a little bit like a pterodactyl. Now, that's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but it was a large bird. I mean, I'm not exaggerating by saying it was a very sizable bird, I think larger than a crow. It certainly wasn't a tit, which I'm very glad that I managed to get that in. No, it certainly wasn't a tit, although, having said that, the way that I reacted made me feel, and no doubt look, a little bit like a tit. Perhaps it was a vulture. It might have been a vulture, considering I was 3/4 of the way through my run on a very hard part of the run, so it might have been a vulture circling in vain hope that I was going to collapse and die from exhaustion. But collapse, as it happens, I did when attacked by the bird, but I obviously, as you can see, didn't die, and the collapse was not due to exhaustion. Anyway, in shock and disorientated, I drifted, staggered off the beaten path, off the path that I was on, onto rough ground. Expletives emanating from my person, and I fell, crumpled in a heap. I fell very unfortunately on the shoulder that Simeon Asher has just repaired so well. So there I was, as I say, crumpled in a heap, and a very sorry sight, shaken and, it must be said, stirred. I did get back up onto the pins. I saw a young lady running past, so I did get back up and compose myself, not in a Wolfgang Amadeus sort of fashion. And joke there. And I said, "I'm fine," in response to the concern and the concern that was shown by the lady as she walked, as she ran past. So that was a very traumatic experience, and humorous, I dare say, in the telling. Was it not the telling, but humorous in the hearing, perhaps. So a very traumatic experience by me there, and I hope you're having a better day than I had. Anyway, just remains for me to ask you, please, if you are so minded, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are watching this on Facebook, because I share the vlogs on Facebook. If you're doing that, then you won't be able to subscribe to the channel, but there should be a little thing that you can click on, a little YouTube sign, whatever it is, you can click on and move over to YouTube and subscribe, as I say, if you are so minded, to the channel. I wish you all Shabbat Shalom or either and or whatever a great weekend, and I shall be back again with you next week. Bye.